drastically. Yeah.
How could anything be faster than it already is? That's wild to me.
Yeah, well, because in the very basic part of computers, the 1 and 0,
Yeah.
that comes from a transistor, basically a little switch that either is on or off.
Okay.
Now, you can make these smaller and smaller. We've made them about as small as you can.
So they flip faster, basically?
So you can fit more of them onto a board.
Oh, okay.
What happens is at a certain point, and there's also issues with heat and lots of other stuff that I don't understand, but they've gotten so small now that if they get any smaller, the properties of quantum mechanics mean that it won't work anymore, because at a certain level, atoms and electrons can move through impassable walls. But they can essentially teleport. There's like a very tiny chance that an atom can teleport through something that it shouldn't be able to.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super strange, but
Yeah.
it means that at that scale it doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
So someone developed a new type of circuit. I don't know, it's a circuit board, motherboard. They made a new type of computer.
Yeah.
That instead of 1 or 0, you can actually have a superposition of 1 and 0, and so you can do like 10,000 calculations at the same time.
What the fuck?
With the same.
It's like stopping a light switch in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my understanding.
That's more than I got. So yeah.
I don't understand anything you're talking about. Very minimally.
That's good.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's
The
strange.
future's gonna be wild.
Oh yeah, there's a
I
great
can't
YouTube
wait.
video about this also. In a nutshell, it's a good YouTube channel.
I'll have to link it. You can send me the link.
Okay,
in,
I'll send you
text
the link.
and
I
I'll
highly
put in
recommend
here.
it.
I'll be like, anyone who's interested in that, go ahead
Yeah.
and click that link. Fascinating.
great time.
It's see, that's wild to me. You seem so knowledgeable in so much of this other stuff that it's interesting why you chose PPL over maybe like, I don't know, like engineering or computer science.
Right. The short answer is I'm not good enough at math to be an engineer.
It's a problem, yeah.
Yeah, just not good at math. I think there was a time when I was studying for the ACT where I taught myself enough math that I was proficient, but I don't know why. I have a problem with it. It's just not how I think. I like to be able to talk about things, and I like to be able to, I don't know, use my words, basically.
Yeah, I can't really talk with numbers as easily.
No, not as easily. I'm sure there are people that tell me, math is a language, and conceptually I understand
Yeah.
that, but it's not one I know how to speak.
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah.
So why do you feel PPL was the best choice for you? I know you want like the work-life balance and everything like that, as you said, but why do you feel that was your best option?
Because, well, first of all, because the classes were already in the realm of things that I enjoyed learning about. And also because I think that it would give me the tools. Okay, so when I say work-life balance, I wish I just wanted to be on the beach with the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But I also mean that eventually whatever job I would get, I would like to replace it with my own business or with my own,
Right.
something.
So start something on the side while you're doing that job, but have the time to do something and
exactly.
then replace it and just quit that first job.
And then grow it to a point that I can use it to
Right.
replace the first job.
Yeah.
And I think PPL provides the tools to do a lot of the stuff that I would be interested and capable of doing. I think learning about history is a really big deal, especially when you're talking about, because a lot of the things, I learned a new word recently that we'll be able to use here, is humanism. A lot of the stuff that I revolve around is just humanist ideologies. And all of the stuff that I'm interested in. So the stuff about healthcare, it's about people. I'm interested in people, basically.
Yeah.
And a lot of that now you have to think about politics. How do you implement stuff like this into politics? What are the politics of individual people? How do they communicate with each other? How do you make this something that's worthwhile to them?
Right.
And this is stuff that I gain the tools to understand in PPL. So I learned about history, which is really cool. I'm taking a course on Machiavelli right now. I'm learning some stuff about. So I think PPL gives me the tools to kind of pursue these humanist endeavors.
Yeah.
But also as a as a side effect, it makes me a possible applicant for some higher paying jobs.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what do you I I don't know why I was always forget this question. Why do you, or like, what's stopping you, do you think, from just kind of taking a step back and like focusing full time on, say, starting your own thing? Like, maybe, like, take a summer through the next semester off. So, like, a 6 to 8 month window to kind of try something else, maybe? Do you see yourself ever doing something like that? Or maybe, like, taking a year off after college, like, after you get your degree? Like, do you see yourself doing that?
I have thought about it. It's never been something that I've felt really driven to do because I feel like right now I do have the time, the time to work on the stuff that I need to. And I feel like at school, I have some of the resources that I need. So one of the things, I'm in something called the Innovation Scholars Program at Binghamton. It was just recently created by the Vice Provost and the Dean of the School of Management. And it revolves around originally design thinking, which is a way for, a creative way of product developing, developed at Stanford University. But it kind of becomes actually making products and pitching products, and it becomes kind of entrepreneurial endeavors. Yeah. And there are resources there that I hope to exploit very soon.
Yeah, all right.
There's in fact an app garage that they just opened up so that you can go there. I need to sign up for it actually because it's on Monday, where you go and they're going to put people there who know how to code, and I can go there and say, hey, I've got this project.
So it's like a marketing event basically, or networking.
No, it's not networking. It's a workshop. I'm gonna go there and I'm say, hey, I've got this idea for this, chart idea.
Yeah.
How do I build this? What do I need to build this? And they can help me start to either write the code myself, or for something like this, maybe put me in touch with someone who knows how to code a little better. But I can actually iron out the details of this, because as much as I'm interested in the idea and as much research as I've done, I can't write code, so I can't even figure out what most of the problems with my idea are.
Right.
Yeah. So I need help.
Yeah, that's it. So it sounds like you're definitely, because a lot of people don't have the ability to stay motivated to both do. I know when I was in school, I was fully focused on studying and everything. And like, even if I had free time, I never wanted to do my own thing. I was just too tired. And when I had a full-time job up here, I wanted to start something like, say, this podcast or a blog, whatever it was. And I was just like, I would come home from work and just not want to do anything. So do you feel you have the motivation to do both at the same time? It sounds like you definitely have the work ethic. And you have some time doing your PPL major.
Yeah, that's the other thing about PPL is the nice thing about picking a major that I do well in to begin with is that I don't have to work that hard. I do have to work hard. I don't want to jinx myself here. But it's not like if I were to try and do bio, which would be 1, hard for me to begin with, and 2, super hard. PPL is something that kind of fits into my realm of things that I'm more comfortable doing.
You kind of like understand it kind of like instinctually more than like, say, taking a math class. You'd actually have to invest more time into learning it as opposed to it kind of being more instinctual.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I had a test this past Monday. It's like 20% of my grade for a law and justice class.
My God.
But no, it wasn't that bad because half of it's mostly about moral philosophy as it applies to political philosophy, it's philosophy of law. It doesn't matter. It's moral philosophy. And one of the most challenging thing I think we had to read was Kant on the metaphysics of morality.
Okay.
I've read it already. I read it before I came to college, and I had to read it again for another philosophy class I took when I first got here. So for me, it was great because this is my 3rd time reading it.
Right.
Yeah, so I only still understand about like 30% of it, but that's pretty good at this point.
Slowly working your way up. Next time you read it, it'll be at like 35-ish%.
Exactly. And the expectation for something like Kant is that 30% is excessive.
That's pretty good. Yeah. That's way more than I probably would understand if I read it for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I read it, I had to reread. I mean, reading the first part, I had to reread it like 6 times. I felt like I was having a stroke, but
yeah, just the way it's worded doesn't make sense to me.
No.
They just throw. It's like they're just throwing big words in there all the time. I don't, because my housemate he's doing philosophy now. He's in his PhD program,
cool.
and the shit he talks about, I don't understand it at all.
Yeah.
And he tries to like throw these debates my way, and I'm like, I don't know. Everyone should just be happy. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, love everybody.
Exactly. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Just love everybody. Love what you're doing. So it definitely sounds, you got your shit figured out. I feel like you sound better than a lot of people.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, I'm not good at math, but I can make it sound like I know what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm a spaz. Like my roommate would have been laughing when he heard you say that I'm put together, because I like.
I'll call him out. Hey.
No, I'm serious. I have a story actually. I was in psychology last semester, and I failed the class because it was a hard class. It was much harder than it was worth. Social psychology, in my opinion, is not a real science.
Oh boy.
Let me explain why. Because I looked up all the experiments after while I was studying all this, and I'm typing, and they're like, it turns out that none of these experiments are verifiable, in that they've redone many of these basic experiments we rely on, and have come up with completely different results. So I had a problem with that, but anyway, I already failed it. It was at 8 a.m. I can't wake up.
Oof. Yeah.
And I needed a 60 to pass this class on the final exam.
Yeah.
Wake up at 6 a.m. I study constantly, and I got one multiple choice question away from failing this class.
Holy Lord. Oh, gosh.
I didn't even get a 60. I got a 59.8 on the exam.
Oh my God.
It just happened to somehow.
It was meant to be.
It was
someone was helping
me a little bit, yeah.
Holy God! Wow, I really. So it does. So it sounds like you have your shit together, but you're kind of just. You got a plan basically, and hoping that happens.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like a lot of us have.
Yeah.
I don't. I have no plan at all at this point. But I'm So hopefully I'll give you some guidance.
Yeah,
because you don't have to worry about anything.
All right.
Because I graduated in 2018, fall semester. Mm-hmm. Studied bio, as I said. I was going to go to grad school. I did not. Mm-hmm. And now I have no idea what I'm doing. Mm. So any piece of advice for you, I would say, don't worry about it.
All right.
Like, if at any point you feel like shit's kind of not going how you want and you want to try something else, I would say try it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But do you have any friends who are in bands or Instagram pages or anything you want to plug? And I can put it in the description or anything. Your own band. I don't know if you have a band. Or
I'm not in a band.
Are you on Spotify for your cello?
I am not, and please don't look me up on YouTube. I think there's one YouTube video I'm not proud of.
Oh, we'll find it.
Jeez. Bands I want to plug, they're not here actually. Chord is a Change I just saw, a friend of mine from the city, from middle school.
Who is it?
Attila and rather. He actually knows, it was talking, that's how I met Zach, actually, or why I was talking about
Zach from, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because he went to the same high school as him. But yeah, Chord is a Change, great band, highly recommend it.
Are they on Spotify and stuff?
They are on Spotify.
Alright, I'll put them in there.
Oh yeah.
You'll have to send me a link to that too.
Absolutely.
Then I'll put it in there. Alright, great. Well, I appreciate you coming by again.
Thanks for having me, man.
For some reason agreeing to do this, even though we just met.
No. All
right. Thanks for watching and listening. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Peace out. Good luck.